office here, and the actors are right here. And I'm right here. I'm right here beside you. I'm watching the scene. I care about my actors during the shoot. I mean, I like the camera on the side of the line.
When you first read a script and know that you will be playing a given character, does it come to life on the screen very much as you first envision it?
Oh, no, not at all. The character that you usually see is sporadic nature. He's too fantastic for reality. He does many things that the character shouldn't do, and you have to select and constantly reevaluate your images, which you say is what you envision as the character.
Does that continue to go on once you're in the filming, or do you keep it pretty static once the filming has started?
No, it continues. Constant simplification, constant leaning down to the specific point at hand, the line of the story, what the character is trying to do at this moment. Constantly trying to find the core, so to speak.
But there isn't the chance for growth or development that you have on the stage, obviously, because once it's on film, it's there and you can't change it.
Well, then it should be an indelible lesson. It should remain also on celluloses in your mind, where your faults are, what your problems are, where you constantly fall back on the securities that made you famous or successful or helped you gain any prestige, rather than to fall back on those securities and tricks as an actor, to go ahead and develop and to attempt and to try.
I have night cloak to hide me from their eyes. But thou love me, let them find me here.
For instance, today, my emotional apparatus is, I don't know, is plugged up or something. I'm kvetching and pushing and passion pumping, and it's not coming easy for me. And,
I think they're calling you, Jimmy Dean. You better get on your way.
I might as well be prepared.
Robert Redford.
You think of yourself first of all as an actor?
Why did acting save your life, you said?
Because I was in a pretty bad way as a young guy, and thought quite lost, quite edgy, pretty much always seeking the edge of everything, which wasn't healthy. You go along with your life, you just put one foot in front of the other, and you have ideas or visions, whatever you want to call them, and they come to you and you try to fulfill them, but you don't necessarily have a big context for it. It evolves. It's an evolutionary thing, so that one thing leads to another until finally you hit a point along the way where two or three things come together and you realize, oh, that's what's happening. But you don't plan it that way to begin with because you don't know enough. You're too young, you're too naive, you haven't had enough experience, you haven't gotten to the point of wisdom yet.
And then the next thing you know, you're kind of labeled. And as you stretch to a different role, the acceptance is less. The credibility of being able to stretch is less. And that's bothersome.
So when the time came for me to direct, and it was my own doing, I wanted to direct, I had this instinct that I wanted to and needed to, I just wanted my own authorship on something. I realized that the art and the acting came together because I could design. I could design the idea, I could design my impulses or what have you. And then I could also employ my knowledge as an actor to work with the actors, which I loved. And I guess that's what I'm talking about, the thing that you were meant to do but didn't recognize it in your journey getting there. But when it hit, you knew it was right.
I never asked about Watergate. I simply asked what Hunt's duties were at the White House. I never asked about Watergate. They volunteered all that information, but nobody even asked if he was guilty. I never asked about Watergate. I simply asked what Hunt's duties were at the White House. They volunteered all that information when nobody even asked if he was guilty.
If it's like a painting, if you don't If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. The artist standing there explaining what the diagonals mean isn't going to help your emotional reaction to the painting. You either respond to a performance on the screen or a film, or you don't. And I'm happy to live with that condition and don't feel the need really to explain myself. And when that happened, something clicked. And I thought, I think I'm meant to do this.
And the winner is Jack Nicholson and one.
Can you remember the time in your own childhood or adolescence when you formulated the desire to be an actor?
No, I would say it was a gradual thing, as it probably is with most people. I probably really started thinking about doing it after I was doing it.
But also, I thought, as an actor, I would like to do a lot of things like we all talk about when we start. But in order to do that, you have to avoid the trap of repeating commercial successes.
What would you like to be remembered for?
My smile.
What, how about you slip me a bottle of bourbon, a glass, and some ice? You just keep them coming. Nah, I'm not having a real conversation with anybody here. I'm not having a real conversation with fucking anybody here. Hi, Lloyd!
And that's really all you need as a developing actor, is just to be trying to do it well. If you can live with the humiliation of, being in something where it's pretty funny, it's not bad for you.
Was there a point, someone you saw or someone who influenced you?
I'd like to thank Miss Pickford, who incidentally, I believe was the first actor to get a percentage of her pictures.
Roger Corman.
There's nobody in there that he didn't, in the most important way, support. He was, my main my lifeblood to whatever I thought I was going to be as a person.
Do you prefer sex or politics?
I prefer not to separate the two.
Je préfère ne pas séparer les deux.
No one really knows the real Jack, anyway.
Mr. Tarantino. You see movies and they can be full of vision, and you want your movies to be like that.
You don't have to go to school. You don't have to know a lens, a 40 and a 50 and all that crossing the line. None of that shit's important.
Rather than go to film school, just get a camera and try to start making a movie. Movies are hard. And if I'm going to be on a set, I want it to be my set. I don't care about your dumb movie. I care about my dumb movie. I have one camera on the set, and the only shot we're shooting is the shot I'm framing. I frame the shot. Any composition you see in my movie was composed by me. And that's what we meant to do, and that's it. What I like, is my method, is to just invest in the character and don't worry about the text. Just invest in the character, and when you show up, you're the character, and there you go. It's like the camera's here, the actors are right here, and I'm right here. I'm right next to the camera, and I'm watching the scene. I can actually even talk to the actors during the scene. And maybe I come up with a line. I throw the line at them, say that.
I fucking should have never worked for you. Everybody fucking told me that you were the fucking wrong one to work for. I fucking should have known. I should have known.
Or maybe I'm their inner voice. Maybe I'm their conscience. He's lying.
Huh?
Don't let him get away with that.
I should fucking kill you.
Well, that sounds pretty fucking good,
You think it's still possible for an up-and-coming filmmaker to go the route you guys went and still be successful?
You make a goddamn kick-ass movie, and you can take it all over the planet Earth. Not America, not Los Angeles, not New York, the planet Earth.
If you just truly love cinema with enough passion, and you really love it, then you can't help but make a good movie.
Yeah, because you're filming. Yeah. But if that was off, I'd be whipping your ass up and down the street. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
You were also a student at the Actors Studio, Mr. Newman. Just how important was your education there, your studies there, in your becoming the actor you are now?
Well, whatever I have become as an actor, either good or bad, the Actors Studio must take either the blame or the credit, because they are certainly the most important single factor in my acting career.
Right from the very beginning, there was such a sense of exploration, of lack of ego, of willingness to, jump off cliffs. And when you have that kind of feeling going in, it's pretty hard to make mistakes.
Well, when I came to New York, even though I was in a Broadway play, I didn't know very much about acting. I was really quite a bad actor. And I worked very hard there. And I learned a great deal. I learned how to act, really, if I act now.
Do you have any talent?
For what?
Acting, baby. Acting.
Well, I've been an extra in movies long enough to know that I can be as big a star as some of them men that have made it.
I guess I may have been competitive about acting at one point in my life. I'm certainly not competitive anymore.
Mr. Newman, automatically when one speaks of the Actors Studio, one naturally thinks of the method. What is the method? Can you give a definition of it?
Yes, I think there's a good deal of misunderstanding about that. The thing that is done at Actors Studio, I think, is to develop the instrument and to tune it so that the emotions and the intellect is readily available when called upon.
Win! Just win, you said! You don't know what winning is. Because you're a loser, Bert. Because you're dead inside. And you can't live unless everything is dead around you.
It's a matter of selection. What works for you is right. What doesn't work for you is wrong. Each actor is treated very different. There is no method. The method might be a certain approach in terms of attacking a script in a certain way. But for each actor, it's extraordinarily different.
As you look back now, though, has the whole thing been satisfying? Do you feel fulfilled?
Well, I figure I've pretty much had more than I ever bargained for.